Hello, hello. How are we doing? What's going on, IDK? What's going on, LeBreton? How are we doing today? Let me adjust my camera just a hair. Maybe yeah, that's a little bit better. What's going on, Stitch? How are we doing? How are we doing today? Hopefully everybody's off to a good start to the weekend. The week is behind us. The weekend has begun. I gotta split wood and do other stuff. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I had to run to the bank today. What's going on, Spark? Sadness. Oh, that was the wrong handle. I'm on spring break. I'm gonna grind the crap out of flipping this week. Excellent. That is awesome. I've been paying very close attention to my flipping. Man, I keep wanting to hit that bite side. I've been paying very close attention to my flipping the last like 24 to 48 hours. Well, longer than that really, but very, very, very intentional the last 24 to 48 hours, where it's like I'm taking note of what ballad song I'm flipping and how I understand its balance and weight distribution to be, and then apply that knowledge to how I think I should be flipping, as opposed to how it feels in the hand. And I'm seeing that my flipping appears to be getting a little bit better. It at least seems more flowy to me. Let's see. What's going on, Tony? Welcome. Apparently not just cut my middle finger. Oh, bummer. Ted sent me this Stitch V1 to try, and it fit a fit a blade on it, and it's a very interesting knife. That's cool. That's very cool. I'm enjoying the Stitch V2 very much. I've been trying to flip the Kraken a whole lot more intentionally, but I have been enjoying the Stitch V2 and the Zizix very much. Both of those had a very profound impact very recently on, I think, the direction that my flipping is going to be going, and that my practice is going to be, I don't know, structured around. Anyway, I don't know if any of that made any sense, but it really made me start thinking about the dynamics of the ballad song and the way that I'm flipping, and because of that, I seem to be, I don't know, progressing a little bit. Ted sent me his, oh, I already read that. Lock in Stitch. What's going on, Silas? Welcome to the show. I need the Stitch, LOL. Hello, what's going on, PS5 the only one? Welcome. I learned Infinite Murnax Ladder finally. Congratulations. I'm glad that you have that one nailed down. I have been working on the extended twirl. So last night, for example, I turned on the black lights and turned off most of the lights, and did a little bit of black light flipping session, focusing on the twirl. I got a little video out of it, and it was pretty fun. But yeah, definitely getting twirl practice in. Do I have the Nibalis Impulse? No, I don't. I've been able to flip it a couple of times, so I am interested in trying to flip it again now that I know what I know about ballad songs and balance and weight, and how to kind of approach a light ballad song. But I don't own one, no. The Murnax is all the fingers for a ladder, right? Good morning. Good morning, Matthew. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you're off to a good start to the weekend. Man, I keep wanting to hit. So very clearly I have to be intentional and pay attention to what I'm doing, sort of flipping mode today, because when I'm not paying attention and I'm just talking while looking at the chat, I am hitting my finger with the bite side of the blade pretty consistently. Oh, see, that was an opportunity for me to try the extended twirl, and I missed it. Oh well. Did I miss anything? Nope, I think I'm all caught up. What do you guys want me to flip? I have most of my collection lined up. I have everything that I'm borrowing from Ethan lined up, and I have the Zyzics from Ted out. I'm ready to flip whatever. I want to do a sharpening stream with the Kraken again soon. The edge needs a good tune-up. You do it, I'll tune in. Just try not to cut yourself this time. Ladders are awesome. I have not looked into ladders yet. That is on the list of very important to-dos. But right now, for me, it's definitely putting that attention in the twirl and the extended twirl, because I definitely need the finger strength. And I need to smooth out the rough edges. But that's what I've been working on. What's going on, David? How are we doing? How's the weekend starting out for you so far? Almost skipped it. I'm just flipping through my Balis and flipping through the ones that I'm borrowing and giving updates where updates are asked for. I think I might need to sharpen my Kraken soon. I think I might be getting it might be getting a little dull. Still sharp, just not as sharp. Okay, dude, am I timed out? No, I don't think so. And I'm on live chat, so you said good morning, and then you said, dude, am I timed out? So nope, we're good. I don't know, because my things aren't going in. Anyway, I'm gonna dip. Okay, bye, Matthew. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. I'm doing amazing. I had a karate competition and I got second place. That is awesome, David. Congratulations. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I like hearing stuff like that. It's kind of the whole, look for the good stuff, even if it's not good stuff happening for you. I like hearing that somebody is succeeding where they're trying and enjoying things that they're doing. That's really cool. Absolutely. Lebreton says, I wouldn't... What was that? I wouldn't worry about it until it completely stops cutting you for the most part. I usually sharpen mine when I can't shave hair, so that's definitely a good indication. I don't sharpen my live blades ever, but I don't need them sharp. I don't use them for anything. I just flip. And sometimes it's, I don't know what that was. Sometimes it's the live blade that I want to flip, but it doesn't matter to me how sharp it is, so long as it's not, in a condition where it's going to damage me more because it's like dull and roughed up and I need to like smooth out the edges for safety's sake. But Spark says, what Balis do you plan on buying at Blade Show? So I'm going into Blade Show very, 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 very open. I'm not going into Blade Show with the intent of I need to buy this one thing. I want to try all the stuff, and I want to figure out what, kind of like what I've been able to do here with Ethan's stuff and with my own stuff, since figuring out what I've been figuring out as far as balances and all of that. I just want to try all this stuff and see what fits my intentional flipping and what fits my default, like mindless flipping, and just kind of see what's out there and kind of go from there. I don't want to go into it with the thought of, I am going to buy this one thing. I mean, I know I need a Kraken in my collection. I have been playing around with Ethan's Kraken. I can appreciate it. I can enjoy it. I know that I need one. Whether I'm getting that at Blade Show, before Blade Show, after Blade Show, I have no idea. But that's the one thing that I know that I'm going to be getting and adding to my collection. Besides that, I would love to have a replacement V2 for when I send that back. Eventually, at some point in my life, I would love to have another Zyzix to add to my collection. But those are really the only ones that that I have currently flipped that I know that I'm going to want to add back into my collection. But I know that there's just so much out there that I'm going to be able to play around with at Blade Show. Whether by, what do you call it, demo units at the booths, or just people that I meet that have cool Balis that they let me try. That's where I'm going to figure out, what do I want at Blade Show. I'm going into it with absolutely no plans whatsoever, other than just to have an experience and soak it all in. Hopefully that makes sense. Sharp things are just fun, LOL. Hey, to each their own. So long as you're enjoying it, yeah, keep it sharp. Got to do stuff. I'll be lurking though. No problem. Thanks, LeBreton. I found flipping sharp is better, LOL. Cool stitch. Act, welcome. Made another one. How's it going, y'all? So far so good. Off to a good start to the weekend. How about yourself? You will definitely find something you want to buy at Blade Show, LOL. I totally expect that. I guess that's the one thing that I can go into Blade Show expecting is I'm going to want to buy something. I'm just making myself not choose what that is going to be yet until I get to start playing with some toys. I wish I could go to Blade Show, but I'm too young and my parents can't afford it. That's okay. I mean, this is going to be my first Blade Show and I'm in my 40s. So you definitely got time. No worries. I only know that I'm for sure going to get an EPS Bowie Wraith. Cool. And David says, hey, Tony. All right. So, man, lots has happened since last Saturday. I've asked it before. I'll ask it again. What do you guys want me to flip? And do you guys have any questions with regards to updates on where I'm at with stuff? Otherwise, I can just kind of jump right into, man, I haven't flipped my Balis and given updates on my Balis in a while. I have updates on where I'm at with Ethan's stuff and the Zyzix from Ted. I don't know. I have very much been dialed into what the Balis are doing and how they're feeling, and I'm flipping all of them significantly better than I was like last weekend. It's interesting. I'm debating making the dive making the drive from Virginia, but I have a bunch of concerts to go to all around that weekend. That's cool that you have concerts to go to, though. I mean, sounds like one way or the other, you're going to have a fun weekend. So sweet. I see an Orion over there, I think. Could you flip that? Yes, there is an Orion. There are two. I have the Orion 1.5 and I have the Orion S. You let me know which one you would rather I flip, but until I hear, I will flip the Orion S because that is my favorite. But yeah, it's weird. Ever since flipping the Zyzix, I have been very intent on the balance of the balisong and if it's neutral or handle bias. And because of that, how I should go into the flipping session. And because of that, it seems like everything's going much easier. I don't have to fight. That was a ring of shame. I don't have to fight things so much anymore. You want me to flip the 1.5? No worries. I have not flipped this one much at all because it's like, as soon as I realized just how good a balisong this was, that's about the time, oops, that flipped over. That's about the time Ethan sent me the balisongs to play with. And then I've just been focused on those ever since. And then, you know, Ted sent me the Zyzics, and that one got thrown into the mix. And then for comparison's sake, I've been going to my old standards of like the Refault, the Cheese, the Kite AL. Now that I have it, the Cat. You know, so I've been flipping all of my, either my new Bali or my old mainstays, and still haven't been pulling this one out nearly as much as I think it deserves. What tricks have you been practicing lately? So lately, my focus has been on the extended twirl because I don't have very much finger strength right now. And I want to keep the balisong in my hand more and keep the flipping session going longer. And the only way that I know how to do that right now is by the use of rollovers. And I think for me, that seems to be getting pretty boring. So I want to change it up, and I want to figure out how to extend my, no, that's the bite side. I want to figure out how to extend my flipping by use of twirls, and then from there learn how to do like ricochets and maracas and keep the Bali going in my hand a little bit more using that method, that style, and less with the rollovers, and then start figuring out where I want to incorporate more rollovers, and then start learning ladders and figuring out what other kinds of things I can start incorporating into my flipping to keep the Bali going without, I don't know, being too generic, if that makes sense. A great thing that I do to build up finger strength is throughout my day, I do continuous twirls on a pen, and it really helps me. See, I can't twirl a pen. I haven't been able to wrap my head around it. It's kind of like, you know, the last couple of days I've really been digging pretty deep into the, what would I even call it? The, like the theory around flipping, like the dynamics of the physics of what the balisong is doing, why it's doing that, how it's moving, what direction the momentum is going, and where I can pick that up and use that momentum to keep on doing what I'm trying to do. And I look at balisong flipping, and so long as I can focus enough on what it is that I'm seeing, I can kind of rationalize and logically break down what it is that I'm saying and how it is that it's done, whether I can do it or not. Pen flipping, I've never been able to do that. I can't look at somebody who's doing pen flipping and be like, oh, okay, so it's really just that they're doing this and this with their fingers, and, you know, the momentum is carrying it and the gravity is, you know, catching it here. And I don't look at pen flipping and see anything like that. So yeah, I've never been able to wrap my head around the dynamics of pen flipping, so I can't really count on that for finger strength, but the twirls I'm very much enjoying. So, yo, I'm gonna dip for a second. I'm bleeding a decent amount. Oh my gosh, Stitch, yeah, go take care of you. Hopefully you're okay. All right. Oh, let me check something real quick. Just to make sure, am I coming across clearly for everybody? Not having any video issues, any audio distortion or anything like that. Just doing a quick audio visual check. Band-Aids and super glue. Yeah, the thing with pen spinning is that that instead of having a flexible thing with either, or that's easier to control, a pen is one thing and it's harder to control. Yeah, totally get it. Yeah, super glue is a thing for cuts. It totally is. That is That is a true statement. I mean, I don't recommend anybody doing it, but it's a thing. Ooh. All right. Any other Bali requests? You're just like that. Man, I like these 3D printed scales on the rep. It makes it far less handle bias, and I don't know, it doesn't roll over nearly as confidently, but the fans are amazing. So long as I don't drop the Bali. Man, I'm not feeling this one right now, though. Oh, you have Ethan's Squid Trainer over there? Yeah, I was actually really playing around with that intently yesterday, because this is the one that's been the most confusing for me because it's really heavy. The handles are really thick and really dense and have a lot of weight to them. So my brain tells me, okay, that must be a handle bias balisong because the blade or the handles are really heavy. Must be handle bias. Well, I mean, what I can't just look at and figure out is the blade is very heavy too. So the actual I mean, it's just the entire balisong is heavy in my hand, or at least that's how my brain tells me this is a heavy balisong. And when I go into it thinking, okay, but despite the fact that this is a heavy balisong, and my brain tells me that it should be handle bias, I know that people tell me this is a neutral balisong. So it's probably just neutral and heavy. And when I go into my flipping with that thought that it is a neutral balisong, that it is not handle bias or not exceptionally handle bias, it doesn't want to fly out of my hands anymore, and I can flip it very comfortably. Whereas before, it was fun to flip, but it was fun to flip because it was a chore. Whereas it's not a chore anymore. It's very I don't know, it's very satisfying to flip. I like the feel of it. It's just now that I know what a heavy, neutral, or slight handle bias balisong feels like, it kind of makes me go into flipping gill a little bit differently, and now I'm enjoying flipping gill so this whole experience, like every single time I pick up a Bali, it's like I am figuring out something else new, and then when I go and I apply that to the other balisongs that I have, tried before, my experience with that balisong is now different. So it's weird. It's like it's trying to give an update on something that's always changing. So yeah, I definitely like the Squid Trainer. It's still not one that when it's gone from my collection, I'm necessarily going to, strongly miss it. However, I do love the ring. But it's one that now I know if I had an opportunity to get one that was a colorway that matched my preference, or just a deal that I couldn't pass up, I know that I would enjoy it because I enjoy this. Now that I know how to flip it, now that I know how to kind of approach playing around with this thing. Let's see. Very much the same with the Vault Pro. I mean, I never had an issue with this. It doesn't feel as cold metal to the touch as the rest. But flipping wise, it ticks all the boxes, does all the things that I need for it to do. From what I've seen, most of the time, squid makes amazing ringing sounds for their knives. Yeah, and the funny thing is, Ethan had said when I took the what do you call it? The blade insert out of the Kraken, had warned me that the ring sounds horrible to him. And I have been noticing the last couple of days as I've been flipping the Kraken that I very much enjoy the ring. It's a nice sound. It's not as nice as it is on the squid trainer, but it's nice to listen to. Which one is the first you're going to buy to have for yourself? As far as like, if I were to prioritize, if I had all the money that I needed to buy a single balisong to replace anything that I'm about to return, which one would I pick? Is that the question? Or based off of, you know, because I mean, I can kind of deep dive in that question. If I had all of the money in the world, it would probably be the Zyzix. But, you know, even if I had a great deal, you know, I don't know that I'm going to have, you know, the financial opportunity to just jump on one of these to pick them up. So, you know, my number one obviously would be this, because this was my Grail balisong to begin with. And then I flipped it for the first time and realized that it meets my flipping preferences, my natural flipping preferences, like my default flipping to the T. And now that I'm getting more intentional in what I'm doing, I honestly am finding this a little bit more of a struggle. I have to intentionally flip it a little bit more because it is less round. But I mean, it's still my Grail balisong. It sounds amazing. It flips great. So long as I'm taking it slow and paying attention to what it is I'm doing. Yeah, I would definitely, it would be this. This would be my number one. But that, again, that's a Grail balisong that's probably going to be a ways down the road before I get that back in my collection. After that, I would say I don't see myself necessarily dropping the money for a Stitch V2 unless I saw a really good deal on it and I knew that it was a blade type that was complementary to the balance for my preferred like fanning type flipping that I like to do with the Stitch V2. So if I found a really good deal, like, I don't know, $300 or less, probably would jump on something like that. But those aside, then you have, you know, the Kraken, the Glider, the Trainer, the Vulp Pro, and the Barracuda V2. Obviously, you know, Kraken is going to be the first thing, still, period. So the dream answer is the Zyzix. The like high-end, you know, splurge answer would be the Stitch V2. But the most likely and logical answer is going to be the Kraken, because I absolutely love flipping the Kraken. It isn't, I keep saying it, I just repeat myself a whole lot. What's going on, Sticky? It isn't fun to flip in that it does anything at an extreme level very well. Like, it isn't an exceptional flip or fanner. It isn't an exceptional, you know, rollover because of being handle bias or anything like that. But everything that you want to do on it, it does exceptionally well, just because it's so natural. So this, I mean, this is what I would definitely be picking up. But again, whether I'm picking this up at Blade Show or whether I'm picking this up before Blade Show because I find something that, you know, meets my visual aesthetic. I mean, at this point, I already know that I'm going to enjoy a Kraken, and I already know that I want a live blade more than I want a trainer. And I already know that my skill isn't going to be able to tell the difference between a Bowie or a Weehawk or a Tonto. So it's all about, you know, what is my visual aesthetic? How do I think it's going to look? And my preference is the Tonto. So, I mean, I already know all of the details of what I want on a Kraken. It can be ordered at any point in time. It's just a matter of when am I going to find something that drops that meets, you know, my preferences, and you know, when am I going to be able to, you know, make that purchase when it comes. So all of the Kraken lovers out there, you will be happy to know that that is probably the next Bali that I get is going to be a Kraken. So FYI. Also, for all of those that have been hurt by my lack of enjoyment of the Barracuda V2, I have been very much enjoying flipping this for the last couple of days as well. Still waiting on my Kraken. Tracking says Wednesday as of now, so that'll be sick. That's so exciting, Act. I'm happy for you. Ugh. So yeah, again, just going through my whole, like, slowing down and being very intentional and being very thoughtful about what it is that I'm flipping and how its weight is balanced and how that means I should be flipping it. I have very much been enjoying the Barracuda V2 a whole lot more. You would think because it's lighter, that means that, you know, you flip it faster. But for me, I don't like flipping super fast right now, and I'm very much enjoying playing around on this. It's definitely not my preferred flipper by any stretch of the imagination, and it's still not one that I am immediately feeling a need to replace for once I send it back. But it's definitely one that I'm enjoying the differences of it. Let's see. Are there any good tutorials on an acid wash like Squid does? Was wondering if I could possibly get a similar finish at home, LOL. So many bellies around you, LOL. Agreed. I mean, I kind of lined it up like that specifically for the purpose of the stream because it's just easier that way. And in case anybody was like, oh yeah, I forgot you had that, can you flip that? So I wanted to kind of line everything up, but it's also just convenient because I can reach in any direction and just grab stuff. What is going on, 3? Just got back from class. Hopefully class was good. Welcome to the show. What configuration did you get, Act? LeBreton says, just asking literally anyone in the chat, LOL, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I could help you. I have no idea. ASHID. I don't know what that stands for or what that means or how to pronounce it or whatever, but hope you're having a good day, 3. Welcome to the weekend. Out of curiosity, what does the acid wash do? It makes the blade look cool. Yep. Acid wash is a blade finish like stone wash, but black. Yep, I like the look of it. It's cool. But to each their own. It's not for everybody. It's kind of like the DLC. I mean, acid wash isn't like the DLC coating, but it's kind of like the DLC coating in that, you know, some people really like it and some people really don't. It's very much a matter of preference. Oh dang, that does look cool. Yep. Oof. Oh, all right. Let's flip the stitch. This is the one that I enjoyed the most when I first unboxed it. But I find myself, when I'm looking to flip for enjoyment, I find myself reaching for this one probably the least because this one is very, like, I don't want to say that I have to fight it, but I have to be I have to try to flip this one, because of how thin the handles feel. Like anytime I'm doing a rollover, I have to be very careful about what I'm doing with my fingers so that I'm doing the rollover right and I'm not like over spinning it or anything like that. DLC but roughed up. Yep. I want that for mine now. Silver handles, inked dual tone blade with the inked hardware Tonto, because I want to see how the perfect balance is to people. It's also good at protecting from rust. My Kraken has an acid wash. That's cool. Yo, Unc, we need an IRL stream at Blade Show. Man, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do for that Saturday stream during Blade Show, and whether or not I'm going to do like a live stream off of my phone, which would be totally new. I mean, I don't do that. I think I can still kick it off as a horizontal stream. So I mean, technically speaking, I could do that, but I don't know how I would be able to interact with the chat. Coupled with the fact that, like, I don't know how I would, because I'm always standing in front of the camera. So maybe it would be like, you know, find a corner somewhere, set up a tripod, and you know, maybe I have no idea. I'll think about it. I have been thinking about it. I just don't have the answer yet on how I would do something like that. But I definitely want to make sure that I figure something out one way or the other, because I want to make sure anybody who can't be there at Blade Show can still have their regular, you know, Saturday, Wednesday, you know, weekly streaming experiences. So I'll figure something out, but I don't know. I would like to do something from Blade Show. That would be really sick. Would you be free after stream to tune into my stream? Absolutely. Well, I will if I can. Absolutely. It all depends on how long this goes and what chores I still have left to do after stream. But I will definitely tune in. I am subscribed. I do get notifications. So if I am able to, I will definitely jump on your stream, David, for sure. What did you think of the basic combo I posted in clips? I can't remember, 3. I'm sorry. I watched it. I guarantee it. I don't know if I had liked it or commented on it, but I know that I watched it. But I don't remember beyond that. I'm sorry. Look, it's the Canyon Breaker. The funny thing is, I mean, not even just like breaking. I've seen Bally's just fall apart mid combo at this point. It's bonkers what it is that I've been seeing. It fades over time though, so you was kind of wondering if there was a good way to add it to a new blade when I eventually have to get one because sharpening all the time. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Hello, yes, it is I. Oof. LeBreton, one day your blade will have so much stuff removed, it's going to be barely there. There are some pretty crazy knives where, like, you can tell it used to be a pretty solid, thick thing, and the only bit that's left is like a little sliver of a knife. Yeah, there are some pretty crazy knives out there from people who just won't get rid of a good knife. They'll just keep sharpening it down until there's nothing there. Yeah, then I'm just going to get a new Kraken and then put a new blade on the Beat black handles. Gonna be awesome. Nice. Make a Hydraken out of the other handles. I just saw a video on the Hydraken. All right, let's see. So I've gone through the Kraken, the BB Barfly, Vault Pro, Squid Trainer, Stitch V2. I think the glider Arctic is the only one of Ethan's that I haven't flipped yet on stream. So this one's probably going to take a minute for me to get locked into, just simply because this is so comically handle bias that I really have to remember how it is that I need to flip this thing. No, that was bad. Yeah, not as fun. I have to pay way more attention because I don't really, like I said, I'm trying to avoid rollovers, or at least extending my rollover use. And because of it, I'm not finding myself really going ham on the Bali. And that's what I was really enjoying with this one, is just how it sticks with the rollovers. I got to go do wood. All right, LeBreton, if you got to go, enjoy yourself the rest of the day. Have a great rest of the weekend, my friend. I can later on today, though. Oh, collab stream after this. Gotcha. Oh, you're not saying you got to go. You're just saying after this you have to do wood. Okay, never mind. All right. Let's do some, and I think I flipped the Zyzics too. You guys let me know if there's anything you want to see me flip, but right now I'm going to flip over to my collection and have some fun with some Balis that I haven't been flipping or dropping very much. Dang it. You got to go. That's fine. No worries, LeBreton. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. All right. Cheese. Cheese's Peak. I keep going back and forth on which I like better, the cheese or the cat. I think I like flipping the cat more at first, and then after I've gotten some flipping in with the cat, I like switching over to the cheese. I think that's where I'm at with things right now. I have no complaints about the cheese though. I really am enjoying the cat. It's very fun to flip. Let's see. CCC from the wife. Mm. Win cherry picker time? No, that what I was doing there was the Hellbent. So it's the cherry picker, but instead of the whip rollover at the end, you just close. So yeah, that's how I've been trying to start some of my combos is with a Hellbent. So that right there. And when I get the Hellbent, which I usually struggle with, I then drop the Bali, but oh well. Why do I keep doing that? My fingers keep getting confused on what way they have to twist the Bali for it to actually go further down my fingers because oof, that was horrible. Anyway, Java, what's going on, Java? How are we doing today? I'm working at the same time. Oh, that's why. Yeah, you're not delayed. Popping in to say hi from my airplane. Safe travels, RZ. Have a good spring break. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. Great. It's been a quiet, sunny day today. Nice. Very cool. I'm just flipping through the Balis, kind of giving updates on where I'm at with stuff, where updates are requested. The last like 48 hours, I've really been hyper focused on like balance and distribution and what that means to the way that I'm supposed to be flipping. So because of that, I've been flipping a lot slower, but my quality of flipping has been a lot better. So I've been seeing improvement there. So that's kind of what I've been talking about, so far on Stream Java is like I ran through all of the Balis from Ethan and the Zyzics from Ted, kind of gave an update on, how I am enjoying flipping each of them now that I have kind of started to figure out some of the things that I've been starting to figure out. And now I'm kind of doing the same with my Balis. I'm not doing much talking as far as like the updates of where I'm at with my Balis because they're not going anywhere. But if anybody has any questions, obviously I'm able to answer. I feel that you could find the reverse behind the 8-ball very fun. Good to know. I will look into it. I can only see chat and not stream. Oh, no. Oh, you mean, okay, as far as like how you're here. No problem. All right, we are caught up. So I honestly am not sure that the Orion or the LDY Orion S is necessarily my absolute favorite Bali anymore in my collection. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not as confident in that being a factual statement nearly as much as I was before getting to play with what I've been playing with. Because I've been enjoying the weight of the refault, the Tonto with the 2 weights in it. I've been enjoying that very much. I've been enjoying the Cat very much. I am back to absolutely adoring the Kite AL with the 3D printed PLA scales on it. So it's far less handle bias than it would be with the G10, making it far closer to neutral, or at least a slight handle bias. If I had to guess, again, I don't know these things, but that's my guess, at least in comparison to what it was before. Far, far, far less handle weight. But it makes the fanning so fun, and I'm starting to understand why a light balisong can be enjoyable. So I've very much been enjoying, playing around with the the Kite AL since going through, you know, these things and kind of reassessing how I'm approaching each flipping session. All right. What else? I don't think I've already flipped the Orion 1.5, so I think I'm good there. I still have my refaults. Let's do the one with IDK's handles. Oops. Oh, ring of shame. What a shame. Ah, buns. All right. Teflon bulb. Ouch. Nope, still not doing it. Hmm. All right. Let's see. I think I want to, I don't know if I want to end it with the cat or with the refault, so we'll go with the rep for now. Nope. I'm wondering if I've actually made this too blade bias by the amount of material that I've taken off of the handles. I don't know, but I enjoy flipping it. Oh, missed a twirl opportunity. All right. Cat or refault? We'll go with the cat first. And we'll start with the hellbent. I didn't like that. Oops. All right. And we're on to the last one, and then we're probably going to start getting things wrapped up. What's going on, Tevco. Unc has been live since for the last hour, about to hit an hour. It's getting quiet, so we're probably going to start wrapping things up. I've basically flipped through everything that I have, all of my ballets, all of Ethan's ballets, and the Zizeks from Ted. So I have gone through it all. But if you have any questions, chime in. I'll keep going. Just letting you know that I'm probably running out of things to talk about. Literally just picked up the last ballet that I have to flip through. Ethan from Blade Bias. Yep. Yeah, Ethan sent me 7 ballet songs to try out so that I had a better appreciation of what ballets were out there for starters when he got into the hobby. And then a couple different price points from entry level to the more higher end mid-tier. And then after that, Ted Flips sent me an AcidWorks Zizeks so that I could play around with something on the very high end of the Balisong spectrum. So yeah, it's been an interesting about week and a half, 2 weeks. So yeah, lots of stuff to play around with. All right. I wasn't even paying attention on whether I was. The AcidWorks Zizeks is the is like one. Yeah. If I were to buy it, brand new, it would be $1,200 If I were to get it on the market, I would be spending anywhere from $800 to $1,200. But it's definitely one that if I had an opportunity to get it permanently added to my collection, I definitely would, because it flips like a dream. It sounds like a miracle. I have absolutely nothing negative to say about this balisong. It's just amazing. Oops. All right. Let's see if I can land that combo with this one. That was horrible. And that was a ring of shame. Right. Yeah, I need to I need to buy more Balisongs. Yeah, I mean, I totally get my position of being just super lucky in getting fun stuff to play around with. And once that all gets sent back, I still have, plenty more to play around with. So I am thankfully at a point where I don't need to worry about getting more Balisongs until Blade Show. And then, let the floodgates open. All right, I am going to toss up my Be Right Back screen. I'm going to drop my desk down, pull my chair in, get comfortable, and we're probably going to start wrapping things up, but I'm in no rush to wrap things up. So let me put up my Be Right Back, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. We are back. Let's see. My most expensive is like the Kraken. Okay. That's, I mean, you've got me beat. My most expensive, I think, is probably my Mako Gill. I want to say Gill was like 125 bucks. I think everything else has been less than that. So, so yeah, when I get my Kraken, it's definitely going to be the most expensive Bali in my collection. And I'm looking forward to it because I really do thoroughly enjoy the fact that this does everything that I throw at it. However I throw at it, or however I throw it at it, whether I'm fast flipping, slow flipping, so long as I've taken the time to figure out where the balance is and remind myself, because every time I pick it, there are so many Balis that I'm flipping through. You know, I have to kind of reset where I'm at and how I'm flipping before I get into the session. Otherwise, I'll try to flip the Kraken like I need to flip the Stitch V2, and it won't work. It'll be very uncomfortable. It'll be like I'm fighting the Balisong. But now that I understand that, this is just super fun to Ring of Shame on. Oops. All right. All right. So chat is quiet. Totally fine. We have some lurkers in the room. Glad you're here. Hopefully you have been enjoying yourself. Tevko, thank you for stopping by. Sorry you missed most of it, but thanks for the interaction. I really do appreciate it. Same with you, David. I'll keep an eye out if I have time to drop in on your stream when you do one. That'll be super awesome too. RZ, again, safe travels. Shticky, if you're still around, thanks for stopping by. Everybody in the chat, Java, if you're still around, you too. Everybody in the chat, all of my lurkers, thank you guys very much for being here and sharing part of your day with me. For the time being, though, we are all set. We've gotten some flipping done, and we've gone through all of the things with all of the Balis. So, Spark says later. Peace out. All right, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.